Hello and welcome to Lawyer Lifeline. My name is Gray Robinson, and let me ask you a question. Have you ever done anything in your career that you later regretted? Taken a case that was unproductive, that was a waste of time, that was a sure loser? Have you ever said yes to your supervisors or superiors wishing you hadn't? Well, let me introduce you to a concept that a lot of lawyers don't think about much, especially when they are starting out, or maybe later in their career and they're just trying to get clients. And that is self sabotage. Doing a three-part series, and this is the first part on self sabotage and how we create stress and anxiety and depression and burnout. It's because of self sabotage. And in this first segment, I'd like to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart. And I'm sure every lawyer has experienced this in their career at some point or another. That's people pleasing. You know, there's a mantra going around in transformational circles that what people think of us is none of our business. Now, that is true to a certain extent, but in the law, we have to get clients. Our reputation matters. We want to be known as effective, successful, economical lawyers who can get things done. So, what do? We come out of law school, we may join a law firm, we may just hang up a shingle and do our best, and a client walks in the door. And so, what do? We say, yes, we'll take your money before we even know what in the world you're hiring us for, just so we can say we got a client. But the problem with it is that we have not vetted that client. We have not investigated that client as far as whether or not it's a good idea to have that client. Or a senior partner or middle level partner has come to you and say, I'd like for you to take this case. Well, being a team player, most of the time we will say, yes, I'd be glad to help you, superior lawyer in the firm. We roll over on our backs and show our stomach and say, yes, please, may I have another? The problem with it is that when we do that, we subject ourselves to the possibility that we will be working long hours on a worthless case that is a sure loser. We have brains, we have instincts, we have the ability to analyze and say no. So when you're sitting there and you're at your desk and your partner walks in the door with a file, be careful. You have to be willing to take a little heat or criticism by saying, no, I don't think that's a worthwhile case. And if you do take a case that isn't worthwhile, I can guarantee you that the stress of handling that matter is going to be a lot higher than a partner who gets disappointed because you're not going to be an associate that says yes all the time. Or if you're a solo practitioner and that client walks in the door and you need clients, not so fast. Be sure that this is a case that's worth your time, because anytime we waste our time, anytime that we're doing something that we know is a sure loser that we're not going to get paid for, unless that's some kind of pro bono program, you should stay well away from that because it's going to take your time. It's going to create stress and anxiety. It'll lead to depression and burnout. Go to my website, www.lawyerlifeline.net, and find out more about the things you can do to have a worthwhile career and avoid stress, anxiety, depression, and burnout.